Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for November 8th, 2019. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you my opinion on them. Now, this is my opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below. I'll put a link to each story down there so you can read about them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. We'll love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. Well, a lot has been happening today. Disney Plus coming to the Fire TV, Roku's being discontinued, and more. But before we get into that, some news bar app and some Black Friday deals. So first of all, right off the bat, if you haven't downloaded the Cord Cards News app for Android, iOS, or the Amazon Fire tablet, make sure to check that out. What we post over here on YouTube is just a fraction of the content we talk about over at cordcardsnews.com, where we post every single day all kinds of news, tips, tricks, reviews, and how-to guides. So check that out, and if you like it, do me a favor, hit a 5-star rating. It's a huge help for us. Also, a few Black Friday deals. Target has some Black Friday deals now live. Initially, their ad made it sound like all their Black Friday deals would go live today, but it's not. It's just some of the Black Friday deals, which do include some great Roku TVs, some Samsung TVs, if I remember right, and some other electronics that are very well priced. So check it out. But there'll be even better deals closer to Black Friday. We'll keep you posted on when those deals go live over at cordcardsnews.com. And if you find a deal or you find cord cutting news, do me a favor. Go to cordcardsnews.com, click on the Contact Us button, send us an email, let us know what news or what deals you found. And that's a huge help to us so we can let everybody know what great features you found out about. All right, let's dive into the news of the day, starting off with Roku ending support for older Roku players. Roku players built, it seems like in 2013 and older, are no longer going to be getting new updates starting later this month. Previously, Roku had discontinued Roku players made in 2011 and older. And you can kind of see where Roku's coming from here. This is the first generation Roku 1, first generation Roku 2. These are considerably slower, considerably older players here. You're talking about like an iPhone 4 type device. While you try to run an app built for an iPhone 10 on an iPhone 4, and you're just not going to have a lot of success in it. The space on it is slower, the processors are slower, and more. So Roku is saying, hey, you can still use these players. These players are not being shut off. It's not like tomorrow morning you'll wake up and find all your Roku channels gone, but you're not going to get new updates. You do run the risk of a company coming and saying, hey, we're going to do a mandatory update, and because your Roku player doesn't support that anymore, you're going to lose access to our app. But most Roku channels that you have now will continue to work after the blackout. I just don't know for how long. Roku is contacting people who are affected by this and offering them a $15 Roku Express. This is a huge jump up from a Roku 1 or a first generation Roku 2. For 15 bucks, that's a really good deal. So you may want to take advantage of that, even if you intend to keep using your Roku 2 there. Check that out. The Roku 2 first generation was actually the second Roku I ever purchased. Had a Roku HD, and then when we cut the cord, I picked up a Roku 2, so we had one in the bedroom and one in the living room. And it's a pretty nice streaming player still, but it is quite a few years old. It is considerably slower than all the other Rokus on the market. If you got this email and it's not for like the Roku 1 or 2, let us know what Roku model is being discontinued for you. Check out the show notes down below, leave a comment on that story, or leave a comment on this video. It'll be a huge help. And let me know, what do you think of Roku discontinuing support for this? Amazon has discontinued support for like the first generation Fire TV and more. You're not seeing a lot of apps coming to that. But Roku has had such a history of supporting older players that, I think a lot of people expected Roku to continue doing it. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Good news for Fire TV owners, you're not going to have to run out and get a Roku as many of you had been talking about. Disney Plus will be coming to the Fire TV at launch on Tuesday. It's not live on the App Store yet. Amazon says on Tuesday it will be coming. And Disney Plus will be available in the Universal Search, where you will be able to find Disney content by using your voice remote or just searching through the built-in search on your Fire TV, and Disney Plus content will appear there as a recommendation. So really great to see Amazon and Disney bury the hatchet. According to reports, Disney and Amazon have been fighting over advertising. Amazon wanted Disney to put Amazon sold advertising inside apps like the Disney Channel app or ESPN Plus and more apps that show ads. And there was even talk of that Disney may pull all their apps off the Fire TV if a deal wasn't reached. Seems a deal has been reached. We don't know what that means for advertising. We don't know what that means for some of the other conditions on this deal. But what we do know is, for now, Disney apps are staying, including Hulu and more, and Disney Plus will be added. So let me know, did you actually go already buy another streaming player, or did you hold off? Let me know, because I know we had a lot of questions, especially in the last week, from people wanting to say, hey, what streaming player should I replace my Fire TV stick with? Good news is you don't have to do that anymore if you want Disney Plus. All right, YouTube TV is adding more Tribune stations. So Tribune has been sold. Most of the stations went to Nexstar. A few of them have been sold out to other companies out there. And now they're being added to YouTube TV. So YouTube TV did not have a deal with Tribune. Now, though, they did have a deal with Nexstar, and we're starting to see these stations slowly appear on YouTube TV. It's coming like one here, two there, another one over here. With Tribune owning over 40 stations, this could take a while. Remember, they have to create a physical link to each station, and that often requires maybe some hardware being set up or the station to make changes and more. Then there's a testing phase. In the past, many companies had waited until all the stations were ready and then went live. More recently, it's been like, hey, we have this station live, let's go. This one's live, let's go. If you notice new stations go live, leave us a comment. Let us know what stations were added, and let us know what market it's in. So if you can, call letters or NBC in Oklahoma or something like that, let me know. Oklahoma City, try to give us the city if you can and state. Next up, Hulu has some big news coming out from the Disney earnings call that happened yesterday. During that earnings call, we learned about Disney Plus coming to the Fire TV, and we also learned that Hulu will become the exclusive home for FX shows starting in March of 2020. This means not only will you get live new programs of Hulu FX added to Hulu shortly after they air, but you're also going to get 40 series and 1,600 episodes added to Hulu coming in March. Now, I was trying to figure out where this FX program was before. As best I can tell, it wasn't anywhere. It wasn't on Netflix, it wasn't on Amazon. If I missed something, let me know. Where was FX programming previously? But now FX will be an exclusive streaming home for on-demand content on Hulu, including a lot of past episodes and content going forward. Disney seems to be hoping to use FX to counter some of the new competition from HBO Max, Peacock's, NBC's new service. I mean, even Disney Plus will be a little bit of a competitor there. And of course, Netflix and Amazon, plus Apple TV Plus. So a lot of competition coming, but Disney seems to be hoping that this deal with FX will help it stand out and maybe continue their motion that, hey, Hulu will be the place where you find content for the parents, where Disney Plus will be more for the children, but they're still trying to make Disney Plus also appeal to the parents. It'll be interesting to see how that works. Hulu, Disney also again reaffirmed that Hulu will be part of a bundle with the Hulu limited commercials, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus for $12.99. They still haven't said when signups for that will start, but we'll let you know as soon as we learn more. Hulu did report some growth though. Hulu is now up to 28.5 million subscribers, up from just 26.8 million in May of this year. So that's really good news. See Hulu continue to grow. This is a solid user base that they can use to kind of help hold off against some of these new competitors that'll be launching this month and next year. But still lags way behind considering where Amazon and Netflix is in their subscriber numbers. It'll be very interesting to see in the future how Hulu stacks up to all their competitors. I'd love to know what you think. Will Hulu continue to grow, continue to be successful, or you think it's going to face some hard times now that competition from other providers like HBO Max and Apple TV Plus and Peacock and Disney Plus are coming on the market. Would you keep Hulu or are you going to drop Hulu? Let me know. Alright, T-Mobile will be offering free home internet to 10 million households and offer a $15 wireless plan if its merger goes through with Sprint. So T-Mobile held a big event yesterday. Unfortunately, no information about T-Mobile TV. It's not even being mentioned right now. But T-Mobile said, hey, if this merger goes through, we're going to do a lot of things, including trying to offer 10 million low-income households with children free home internet. It'll be limited, but it'll be free home internet. They'll also be offering a $15 a month basic phone plan that will be prepaid that will offer unlimited talk, unlimited text, and 2 gigabytes of data of 4G. But they say, hey, every month, half a gig of data will be added to that cap. So after 2 months, that'll be 3 gigs. After 4 months, that will be 4 gigs, and then so on for several years. So before you know it, that could easily be 10 gigabytes of data for $15 a month. Not a bad deal, especially if you're somebody who doesn't heavily use your phone for data, or if you use Wi-Fi a lot on your phone. So be keeping a close eye on this. Again, T-Mobile says this is all contingent on a Sprint merger. Sprint and T-Mobile have been approved by the FCC and the Department of Justice. Now they have to fight off a lawsuit from many states. That will be going to court sometime in December, though T-Mobile seems very confident that they will win this lawsuit and they will be approved to merge with Sprint, allowing them to do this kind of stuff. So let me know, what do you think of T-Mobile's plans? What do you think of T-Mobile's court case here? Do you want the merger to happen? Don't you want the merger to happen? Let me know. And lastly, Dish has announced their earnings call. We talked a little bit about that yesterday, about subscriber numbers going up overall based on strong Sling TV numbers outpacing the losses with Dish. But Dish had their earnings call yesterday afternoon, and they announced that not having the Fox regional sports networks has allowed them to keep their price low. They say, yes, we lost some people, but the overwhelming vast majority of our subscribers don't watch our regional sports networks. Having to pay for it, especially under the terms that were offered to us, was not favorable. We didn't want to raise prices, and yes, our competitors may offer it, but we're considerably cheaper. So if you don't care about Fox regional sports networks, hey, Dish and Sling TV is the place to go because we can offer you a cheaper price. This is going to be an interesting strategy. They say, hey, the people who have left Dish have left. The good news is our subscriber numbers continue to go up overall. You know, considering they lost over 300,000 subscribers in the third quarter of 2018, but they added over 140,000 in the third quarter of 2019, may have not been a bad idea for them. So let me know, would you rather see Dish continue to hold the line here to say, hey, we're not going to take these high-cost, low-viewership channels if it means that we're going to be raising our price? Let me know what you think of their effort here. I understand that for people who want regional sports networks, this is something that is a must-have. If you don't want it, and I know a lot of people don't, you may like what Dish just did here. So let me know what you think. All right, don't forget about our apps. We'll have a link down in the show notes there where you can download all the apps. There, leave us a 5-star rating if you can. If you like what we're doing there, we'll really appreciate it. We're always trying to improve the apps as we go through. But I'll be back tomorrow for our weekly recap show. If I don't see you tomorrow, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I'll be back here on Monday. Take care, everybody.